Greek and Egyptian mythology has been promoted through various genres like books, movies, and even TV series. The Shiva Trilogy has certainly contributed to promoting certain parts of Indian mythology to pop culture status even. What do you envisage as the way going forward for Indian mythology?
I think what we need is we need many more writers writing on our mythology and with modern interpretations, with different interpretations. Because I think the source material itself, our stories are so wonderful. Our ancient stories. They are engaging, they are fun, they are wonderful to read. But equally importantly, you learn wonderful philosophies for life from those stories. So of course, they you have a good time reading them, but you learn something from them as well. So yeah, so we need more and more writers, filmmakers exploring these subjects and coming out with their own interpretations. That's what needs to be done. This needs to be done in the movie space as well, in the TV series space as well. And we've had this tradition for thousands of years where we take the original myths but we modernize it, like for example the Ramcharitmanas.
Have you faced allegations of twisting the truth from ancient scriptures by purists of history, so to say? How do you deal with these?
No, none at all actually. My honest view is 95% of the controversies in India are created by the artists themselves with the help of their friends in the media for some publicity, for sales. If you yourself don't create controversies, they don't happen. Proof of the pudding is in the eating. My books, by God's grace, are not really a secret anymore. I have not faced any protests or anything. There are people who read my books, they say that we can make out that you have written a different interpretation, but it has been written with respect, it has been written with devotion. So therefore they don't protest.
So, would you feel the claims of intolerance being prevalent in India are unjustified?
I have spoken on this issue, and if you actually look at the data uh, on religious issues, India is actually not intolerant. Religious violence as a proportion of our total population in India is actually among the lowest in the world. I'm saying as a proportion of population, we have 1.25 billion people. If you want to look at North America and South America put together, can you find 5 cases of horrific drug smugglers? Yes. Does that mean every American, every Canadian, every Mexican, every Venezuelan, every Colombian, every Brazilian, every Argentinian, they're all drug smugglers? No, no. It's a ridiculous thing to say. It's the same way with India. Can you find a few intolerant people? Yeah, of course. But does the data show that a large number of Indians are? No, it does not.
A couple of years ago, we had the privilege of having you as a special guest at Mode Indigo. At the time, you had said that one of the major issues plaguing the country is the lack of women empowerment. A couple of years down the line, what are your views on the situation and the progress in this regard?
I don't know if enough improvement has happened, but I think the good news is at least we are talking about this issue. It's not something that is hidden away. And specifically on women's issues, I would lay much greater emphasis on female feticide, on actually the mass murder of the girl child in the womb. And the sad news is as areas tend to get more educated, tend to get richer, this happens even more. So it's not that education or wealth is solving this problem; it's making it worse, because they can do an abortion very easily if they're rich.